September 25th, the new Fox Tuesday kicks off with New Girl's new season. Then welcome Ben and Kate.
Stay away from my sister before you find out what 6 years of Krav Maga feels like. Well, like year and a half plus like 4 years on and off I was traveling.
Followed by another all-new New Girl.
What am I looking at here? Pure, unadulterated friendship.
And the Mindy Project.
Can't believe you're tattling.
Tattling is when a little girl does it, okay? When a hot woman does it, it's called whistleblowing.
The new Fox Tuesday, premieres September 25th on Fox.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Heath Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
do 1, 2, 3, huh.
Yeah.
4 on the floor. And rocks at the door.
I hum this song. I think about this all night in my sleep. It's like running me crazy all the over and over and over and over. All right, guys. Well, I watched a streaming video. I know that when we talk, it's like real jerky or something like that.
Is it?
I got some sort of a disease.
Maybe you just have a slow computer.
Not the Rick.
No.
I got state of the art, buddy.
Okay.
I got it. I'm out. Well, welcome to
It looks fine on my computer when I watch it live.
Well, fine then.
I have a Texas Instruments computer, but it doesn't even come up.
That's because you're not in Texas, buddy. This is California.
A
California.
TI.
Yeah, that's right.
From Radio Shack.
Well, welcome to SmackDown After Show. I'm Ric Drasin, and I want to say right off the bat, as long as we're just starting the show off and I have your attention, those of you who are living in Las Vegas, I'm going to be there Wednesday and Thursday at the World Gym Convention getting my Lifetime Achievement Award. I'd love for all of you to come down and say hi to me. There's a World Gym shirt I think that Marissa will pop up there. It's my... Marissa,
pop it up. Pop it up.
Yeah. And don't forget, Bing is for doing, and we're doing a little World Gym.
Well, that's right.
There.
And that's my signature shirt that they'll be selling at the show, and then I'll be selling on the internet after that with my signature right under the barbell. And
that was me holding the weights.
I'm not done yet, Shannon, so just sit tight, buddy. I also have a guest coming in with me, Feather Haddon, who is a fitness model, and she'll be in my booth. And she'll be taking photos along with me and getting to meet everybody. And we're going to flash that picture right now. See, there it goes next. There we go. There we go. Hit that. And it should be up there.
I thought I was going to be in your booth, Rick.
I don't know about that, Shannon. There she is. Anyway, she'll be there with me, and we'll be moving around and talking to people and signing autographs and taking photos. And it's going to be a fun show. So if you live in Vegas and you can make it down to the Mirage, Wednesday and Thursday, I will be there to meet you in person and hopefully sign autographs and take pictures and have a good time. And you can
What time, Rick?
I'll be there all day, both days.
What time does it end?
It ends at 10 that night, but I have to wait around for everybody to leave so I can get a ride home.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I don't have my car.
That's true.
All right, so we have Ryan Clum back.
Yes.
Is that all you can say?
Yes. Yeah. Who cares about me? We got Jake Fury back. That's all I care about.
Wait. We're getting to that. We're going to bring in Jake Fury.
Let it build.
We always bring Jake in at the end. You know, he does his entrance, so we can't.
He's got his own entrance music.
All right, Ryan.
Always going straight to the finish. I know.
Yeah, right. We gotta you gotta work into it. You gotta tell the story. This is the opening, and we do a middle, and then we finish up with him. Body slam him, and that's the end of it. You've been injured this past couple of weeks from working so hard in the ring.
A little beat up. Yeah.
A little beat up. You look nice and healthy and sexy.
Thank you.
Your skin looks you've been moisturizing, right?
Not really. I don't know what I've done. I was outside at your place yesterday, so I got a little bit of a tan going.
I think you've been doing something else at home late at night. It's clearing your skin, getting rid of those
over
pimples.
the eyes.
And then we have my sweetheart, Shannon Ballard.
That's right.
I love
and since you made such a fuss about my Hawaiian shirt and how much you liked it last week, I decided to wear another one.
I like that one too.
Yeah, it's the only two I own.
I wish you had like XLs and doubles instead of mediums.
This is a triple X.
I find
it goes down to my knees almost.
I find that hard to believe.
Actually, I think it's a double X.
Okay, good.
What is it with wrestlers and Hawaiian shirts?
It's an old
and sandals and shorts.
I have on sandals and shorts.
All right, listen.
now.
Speaking of sandals, I had a pedicure yesterday. I had my toenails done and painted.
Purple, right? I saw it on Facebook.
And I couldn't wear my shoes. And the Asian girl there didn't speak good English. She says, "Oh no, you ruin your." So she gave me flip-flops out of paper to wear home. So anyway, I got flip-flops on. Our guest today has been on here once before. He's a stuntman and an actor and a vampire.
And a stud.
And a stud. And he does almost everything.
Good interest.
Almost everything. His name is Gary Kasper. Yeah. He was also known as Jake Fury on Battle Dome. And he's in Waterworld at Universal Studios. And he's doing something right now with playing a vampire, hence the look.
Yeah, it's called The Hunted. It's a Bob Chapin project, new media. Check out www.thehunted.TV.
I like the way you said that, Gary. You said The Hunted.
Yeah. And so this thing's been going for like 11 years. Now they did a feature film, so it's a sword fighting thing. Me and Bob did a film 20 years ago called Ring of Steel, so we sword fought back then. So it's kind of like a reunion of a cast from a movie way back.
Oh, cool.
We had Carol Alt in that one back then.
Oh, nice.
Joe Don Baker. And Carol Alt was top model 20 years ago, man.
You do have to be careful when you say sword fighting around Rick. He thinks it's something else.
Those are water fights. Well, so you watched SmackDown last night.
I did.
So let's get it right into it, and let's talk about. Ryan loves to lead in on stuff.
Yeah, I think it's been about 13 minutes the last few weeks. We had an 18-minute promo.
18 plus.
I know.
Yeah, it was at 18 minutes. Yeah,
it's increasingly growing like a mold.
I was clocking
fungus.
Too.
And this shouldn't have been called SmackDown. It should have been called the Daniel Bryan and Kane show because they were on about half the show.
Mice and
Men.
it
was amazing.
It's like Lenny from Mice and Men now.
And the Edge came out, which was nice to see him with his short hair, but he just came out to push Haven.
Yeah.
Which is his new show. I think Stephen King is doing something on that.
That's all right.
It's based on a Stephen King book. Yeah.
Oh, which one?
I forget the name of it. I just saw it on the commercial. I forget the.
Stephen King books are always
it's a story.
They're great books until you get to the ending, and the ending just flops.
A lot of times.
I love all the Stephen King books.
I tell you, the Edge is good on the microphone, though.
Yeah.
He's excellent. Do they use cue cards? Do they use any type of monitors? Those guys are still just going.
Yeah, no teleprompters.
Isn't that the only way to do it?
It is.
Yeah.
So it was always the way, but sometimes I thought maybe
a lot of them, like I know the Miz, a lot of times, or some people, they actually write it for them and they memorize it as like an actor memorizing his lines.
Yeah.
But sometimes they just say they give them bullet points and they get to fill in the blanks. That's kind of how it's done.
They write it a lot more now than they used to. Like in Edge's day, it was just do whatever you can.
Take it way back to Roddy Piper days and their days as far as man, those guys, when you guys jump, it would run with you go, wow, that's impressive. But now, man, it's these guys are so good. You think are they kids?
I can't
teleprompters. Anywhere?
I can't go by a script because I can't read.
Yeah, like I know Edge's first promo, the one that he did that kind of got him over when he was in the Brood, it was supposed to be Gangrel cut in that promo, and he kind of, crapped it out on the mic, and Edge just grabbed it and went. And that's what when everyone took notice of him.
It's so funny you brought up the Brood, man, because I was going to come in with this old vampire thing and say it's been done, early 90s? Is that when those guys
or late 90s, yeah.
Late 90s.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
The vampire thing.
And I see Gangrel on local shows out here, and I'm telling that entrance, if there's 10 people in the 10 people watching that's still a cool entrance with Gangrel. He still does it. It's still cool.
He actually doesn't get to come up with the fire and everything.
No.
And his music, they took a really cool, like, dark song and they put rap over it now. So it's like a rap song.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Thumbs down to that.
On Gangrel's? Or?
On Gangrel. Plus his work is pretty much... I'm just kidding. Wait, I'll give you a quick funny story about Gangrel real quick because Rick hates my long story, and we got to get on to SmackDown. But I was wrestling him up in Vegas. And he's got his fangs, and he always says, "Oh, you're so stiff." Like he doesn't like working me. So I punched him in the face. He walked right into it. Hit one of his fangs came out. So then I snap mirrored him and I kicked him in the face, and his other fang came out, and it was on his chest. He's trying to sell, and he's trying not to let everybody see the fangs so he could put them back into his. It was actually pretty funny. He's like, stop kicking me! I gotta put my fangs in. Throw me out. So I had to throw him out, and he rolls under the ring, and he comes back out, and his fangs are all in. They're crooked. That was funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, like he didn't swallow him.
So Edge comes out pushing Haven, and then we get to Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan and Kane. Daniel Bryan is the tag team champions.
Yeah, he is alone.
Did I predict that? Didn't I say, how predictable is this?
Yeah.
And it came to fruition.
Oh, you predicted it beforehand.
How can one guy be a tag team champion?
No, I'm the tag team champion.
Yeah, they didn't have to, use cue cards for that. It's pretty much the same line.
Yeah, they have one line.
Times.
Yeah, I'm playing off the yes/no thing, and
yeah. I think and then Damian Sandow came out, and
everybody came out.
Yeah,
all the fans came out.
Yeah. I thought it dragged a bit. I liked how they worked the hug. That was
I did
good.
like that. That was
group hug was fun.
Yeah, and it was funny at times, but you could have done it in less than 18 minutes.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's almost like a Saturday Night Live skit that goes too long.
8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That could have been 8 to 10 minutes. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they set up the match between Kane and Sandow.
Yeah, coming back from break. Yeah, they came back and they were just like, okay, Booker T supposedly they said had come on the Titantron.
We didn't see any of that.
We didn't see any of that.
Yeah. But you know that the rule, and you know this in production, and you know this in production, and you don't know shit. But is keep your team.
That was pretty good.
Go on, it was good though.
You keep your teaser short. I know you got a short teaser, all right.
Of course.
That's the magic wand, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're selling something, they say even on any TV show or any commercial, any spot, no more than a minute and a half, 3 minutes, because people get bored and they walk away. You're going 18 minutes. You're going, not 5 times there.
That's a long
more.
Yeah, that's a long time to go without commercial too. Usually you have a break with it way before 18 minutes.
I had to get up and pee so bad I didn't want to leave it.
I couldn't believe it.
Plus, the human attention span keeps getting shorter and shorter. Notice, like in music, your son would know a lot about this. Is
on to the next thing then. No, sorry.
They even cut out the leads in songs now. Like they don't even have leads anymore, so the song can get shorter because people's attention span.
Prime example: you get a 33 album that they used to have years ago, and a lot of you people don't know what 33s are because you're too young.
I still have.
You had like 6 songs on each side.
Yeah.
You listen to the first few seconds of each one to see if you like it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you go to the next.
Yeah.
Because your attention span says, "No, I don't like that."
Right.
Yeah.
But
and
that's
you don't
the
have
same thing.
7-minute songs anymore. All songs are 2.5 minutes. It's
formula.
formula.
The 70s and 80s.
They don't do that anymore.
Right.
Now it's like get to the do not bore us. Get to the chorus.
But for some reason they keep doing this with these long promos, and everybody keeps entering. There's more music and there's more music. And excuse me,
excuse me.
It's like,
are we jumping to that already?
No. I'm just saying they just don't. They just keep going and going. And we came to see wrestling, and new fans come to see wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we finally got it 25 minutes into the show or whatever. We got Kane versus Sandow.
Which was really nothing but something to get the whole Kane and Daniel Bryan segment over. I mean, Sandow really was just buried in there, and if they're trying to do anything with him in the future, it's like that's not the way to do it.
Yeah, the two big boys, and he was saying that Kane can get some height and he can get some air and something. None of that, and that was just some punches and kicks, and it was pretty much 2 slugs.
But I'm sure they kept it small because Kane had to wrestle later on, and which we'll get to. But so obviously he's doing double duty that night, and they're going to be on the show a lot. So so get that in and get that out a lot.
Yeah,
most of the show is those two.
Yeah. Then after the match with
Daniel Bryan stole both belts.
Yeah, and that caused Kane to lose, which he was furious, and he goes into the back, and then we get the psychologist back there again,
Dr. Shelby.
Shelby.
Yeah,
I have something to say about that because I talked to Ryan about this yesterday. Ryan liked it, didn't you?
I like it. I mean, I don't think it's great, but I laughed. I mean, I was entertained by it.
But that, and we agreed on this, that is geared to a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
The Shelby thing.
Well,
I liked it, man.
I don't know what the belt. It's mine. No, it's mine. No, it's mine.
Yeah,
that
just
that got old.
That's 6-year-old talk.
Yeah.
And it's okay if that's what they want to do. But you take Kane, who was a monster, who never could speak, throw it in the fire.
Yeah, I thought he had to talk with a voice box or needed some help.
But it's development of character. You can't have Kane not talk for 15 years. I mean, they have to change that and move it. And
I thought he was speechless.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Technology has just become amazing,
No, they were able to fix his voice.
Yeah. Well, and also I made a note about his
vocal cords.
I mean, he's what he is. Okay. And they tell him to say certain things, and I don't know if he's supposed to play like a 6-year-old or not, but I thought his acting ability on that was really bad. I mean, his lines just came out like, like a 6-year-old would read them.
Yeah.
You don't agree with me, but you don't have to.
I think he was shooting for a character on that, and he missed it a little bit.
I thought it was funny.
Well,
yeah, I did too, though.
You're entitled to that one time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but that was I was still entertained.
That was 35 minutes into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was one match in 35 minutes.
Right.
Wow.
This was called wrestling, I thought.
Yeah.
Wow.
One thing I thought in that backstage segment that I thought was pretty funny was when he was looking for him, Daniel Bryan was actually hiding in like the laundry chute, a laundry container thing.
And when he called him goat face, he popped out.
Goat boy.
A goat face.
I thought that was funny.
Some of us, yeah.
That whole thing, all 35 minutes to push the main event of the match is what it basically was.
And they didn't even make that main event yet. That was just to then that port just put Daniel Bryan into his match.
Yeah, and who is a psychologist to be able to go onto a show and say, you know what, I'll talk to the guy who's putting this on and see if I could get you on a match to help you with your little problem. I mean, what's the believability behind that? Of course.
I agree with that totally.
Well, if that's the case, I'm going to call my skin doctor and tell him to call Vince and get me on a show.
Yeah, and that makes me think of a point I was actually going to bring up in the main event. I'll talk about that later too. But like when you're writing a screenplay, when you're creating a world, you can make that world anything you want, but you have to still set a certain amount of rules within that world.
Yes, of course.
And
the world of Warcraft?
Just whatever it be, whether it be the world of Star Wars, the world of movies, whatever. And you have to stay within those rules. You can't break those rules. You can set whatever rules you want. And I feel that WWE is breaking a lot of those rules with why would a psychologist have any power?
Right, that's right.
Later on, we see all these tag teams coming out. Yeah, why are all these tag teams just hanging around the ring, you know, with no explanation? You know, they're getting away from, this is a sports league. These are matches. No one should be down there.
Right.
Referees should be throwing people out. And they're breaking their rules.
What happened
and
to
that's
security?
When you lose your audience. That's when you don't respect your own rules in your own product.
They get away with it though through history a little bit.
They can a little
Hulk
bit.
Hogan was Captain America and he did the lie detector test in the ring and all that kind of stuff. And
it
got a little mushy, but it was fun. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just my
right.
problem with it. It's getting away. They're breaking the rules more and more.
Yeah.
This is starting to. It's almost the inmates are completely running the asylum.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that how it always has been?
Yeah, but at least there used to be at least somebody who had some control. You know.
There's no control.
No, there's no control.
There's always entry music coming in when somebody's wrestling. There's an interruption. There's a run-in.
They contradict themselves all the time.
All the time. And it just gets really annoying.
Yeah.
Do we have a note there?
No. We just need to quickly move on to the next match, which we can Layla and Natalie.
We forgot Alberto
Natalya.
Del Rio did a little bit of a promo, which he was holding Booker T's book in his hand to push Booker T's book, which I thought, and then he threw it at the end of it. Not really much there, except he was upset that he was able to use a brogue kick in a last-minute change, which, you know.
Yeah.
The brogue kick didn't bother me either. I thought that was kind of, you know, as far as they put it back in the last minute, that was almost like the supernatural Campbell clutch.
Yeah. I did like the fact that he brought up that it wasn't fair that he threw it back in right before the match. So, I mean, I do like that.
Yeah. Well, he kicks a kick no matter how you kick. You just name it differently.
Yeah.
But then with Alberto Del Rio, he wanted another chance because of it, and Booker T is like, no. Yeah. So, I mean, there's someone who has the power who's actually playing favorites. So it's like you've got the commissioner who's playing favorites. And, you know, it'd be like the NFL commissioners telling the Saints, go ahead and continue your little bounty program, and we'll, you know.
Right, and that was always my complaint about Teddy Long, too, and he's a face doing that. So if you're a heel, that's one thing, but I don't like faces that, it makes them incompetent when they're playing favorites.
Yeah. Then we have Eve coming down, who was looking quite hot. I did like her outfit. Her outfit was pretty, like, she wore that well.
She is a beautiful woman.
Yeah, she is.
She has all the features that I have on my face. They're just arranged differently.
Right.
Yeah. And she's getting, they're pushing her right now because she just won Stars Earned Stripes on NBC, that big reality show.
She did great on that.
I didn't see it, but she's gotten some mainstream publicity because of that, so that's why she's champ right now. We're seeing a bit of a push on her.
She was flirting with a Navy SEAL, her partner on that and stuff. It was a good relationship. I mean, she did great on that.
Oh, really?
She really did good.
I know they're really high on her right now.
Yeah, I mean, the public, I think, liked her.
You like Eve?
Yeah.
You like her a lot?
Yeah.
I wouldn't throw her out of bed.
No.
Unless I wanted to do things.
Why
to
does
her
it
on
always
the
get to
floor?
the bed? You know, sometimes it's the kitchen sink.
Oh.
Or it's the shed. It doesn't always have to be the bed. The bed is always the bed is always a launching pad for a guided muscle, but we don't have to go there. You know, we can go other places. I prefer the back seat of my car.
Is that why you always say not in the front, jump in the back?
Right, in a pickup. That's redneck. What they call it, the redneck foreplay.
Rick has a van with no windows on it. I call it the rape van.
Yeah, I used to.
And he always asks me, "Hey, you want to go for a little ride?" But there's no other front seat. I got to get in the back. I don't understand it. I wake up, my pants unbuttoned. I don't know.
So we Natalya and Layla here.
I like that match.
Yes, they moved well.
Yeah, they moved well. I didn't like the fact that Layla kept turning her back on Natalya.
Well, she was angry at Eve.
Yeah, but
they were trying to push.
Shows no respect
back,
to. I mean, Natalya kind of did something about it at first, but she kept turning her back, which didn't. Make, I don't like that.
Wasn't she directed her attention towards Eve though? Isn't that why?
Yeah, but what, then Natalya should have jumped her.
Yeah, you're right. You see an
yeah,
open
there was
spot,
actually one time when she had her back turned and she was waiting, and then she gave her some sort of weird spin kick where it would have been more effective is while she was turning her back, instead of walking into something, if she would have hit her in the back.
Yeah.
While her back was turned, that would have gotten a little more heat.
You would have, wouldn't you?
I would. Heck yeah.
Yeah. She should have jumped her.
That's why you call you the backside boy.
No, that's
but yeah, it was
that,
it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Obviously putting Layla over. It was quick.
Good moves.
It's quick, but some of these girls do moves that the guys don't. They have certain things they pull out of a hat that are really good.
Yeah.
And it's almost reminds me of the not politically correct midgets. That have really cool moves, and the women too have cool moves.
Yeah, I wish they would focus on it a little bit more.
Yes. Okay.
So moving on actually to iTunes quickly. You can listen to our show here on iTunes.
Don't look at Gary. Look at me like you always do.
Would you want me to just stare at you?
I love it.
Okay. You always complain about it.
But I really like it.
Okay. So if you can go on to iTunes and we're on there, you can rate and comment. Please tell a friend. It only takes a minute. It'd be great. We love to read those comments.
They're going to be grading us on this?
Well, people do rate. Yeah, we got up to 5 stars, I think. We're a 4-star show on.
Nice knowing you guys.
Let me tell you something.
But please give us 5 stars.
I'll get bailed out. I'm kidding. They won't vote me out.
Oh, okay. You have to tell a friend. The only problem is that we have no problem, but Shannon has no friends.
I have no friends. I could tell my brother.
Tell your brother. But
and then he could tell me.
Since you guys are twins, it'd be like talking in the mirror, though.
Right.
You can always yes yourself.
Can be communicated to him right now? Can you, a little telepathy?
Let's see. I'm going to tell him right now to text me.
Let me say, Shane, are you in there? Shane, come out. Shane, are you in there?
How funny would that be if he texted you right now?
I would
be cool. Be like, what do you want?
That would be cool.
Awesome. So, what was next after that? Was it the Del Rio match?
Alberto came in the car, man.
That was it was like a Lambo.
Yeah.
I think it was nice.
Yeah.
They had 100 plus car.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Those entrances are always kind of different and fun, man. They bring in vehicles or motorcycles.
Well, you brought it.
Jake
I
Ferry
love Del Rio's entrance.
I rode an Orange County Chopper.
Jake Ferry rode a Harley.
Yeah, well, actually, I rode a Harley, and I rode in one of Orange County Choppers.
If you were wearing
you got a good promo shot in that Harley. I have it on my computer.
Yeah.
If you were wearing that same shirt and it was orange, would look like a jumpsuit.
Oh, the jailhouse prison thing. Shackled.
Why do you want people to always look like prisoners and bad guys? He's not like that.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah, he's very stylish. He goes to the finest Beverly Hills restaurants. Eats with a napkin on his lap.
Couldn't afford them.
Why is it when I was walking up, he asked me for my wallet?
You want to check your ID? I got a pocket wallet now. I can carry mine.
All right. So
I actually have a lot to say about that tag match.
I like the match. I thought it was actually a good match.
Let me just throw this in real quick. McMahon's daughter, Roseanne Barr. I worked with Roseanne Barr throughout the years a lot. And man, she does a Roseanne Barr now. Her voice.
Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah. Isn't that McMahon's?
No, it's Eddie. No, that's Eddie Guerrero's widow. That's Eddie Guerrero's widow.
Gosh, okay, I feel horrible now.
You're thinking of Stephanie McMahon.
Stephanie McMahon, who looks much better than
But
Vicky.
She was like doing Roseanne Barr. Excuse me.
I saw a picture of Stephanie McMahon with the implants, and my God, were they huge.
Wow, you guys, I really thought it was. I thought,
no, it's Vicky Guerrero.
Are you disappointed?
I'm just embarrassed. I thought I did my homework. Wow.
It's okay. Rick embarrasses himself. He embarrasses himself weekly.
I do. That's why a red shirt, you can't tell the difference.
Go ahead with I know you have little comments there about this match.
Well, I enjoyed the psychology of the match. They actually had 2 heats in the match, and the fans don't know what heats are. It's how would you explain heat?
Well, heat means you're getting the audience riled up. You're getting them hot and angry.
Yeah.
And then the babyface comes in to cool them down by his comeback. That's basically what heat is.
Yeah. Because at first I wrote a little note that the heel, Del Rio cut off Sheamus after taking like the shine from them, taking stuff from the baby faces, taking moves from them, and then he stayed in. Like normally you should tag out. That's tag team psychology, but they were actually setting it up for something else for when Ziggler came in. So I'm going to scratch those notes off and pretend I never wrote them because they actually it was leading to something else.
Okay, but at the time you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you notice anything different about that match with one move in particular? Because I wrote a note on that.
With one move?
Yeah, one particular move that we don't normally ever see. And I told Ryan about it.
Talk to you after to go on with this.
Do you know what it
this
is?
Good. It starts to go into the mixed martial arts moves. Almost. You're talking about the rear naked choke deal?
No.
Different. Okay,
I'm talking about naked, but no choke.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Normally, when you whip a guy into the corner from corner, remember, you go from corner to corner.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. They went from corner to a lateral move to the other corner.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Oh, that's interesting.
You ever done that?
Like along
when
the
I
ropes,
made a
right?
mistake.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just along like if you're going to go to the corner there,
Yeah.
that's where you're going to go. But they took him here and went to this corner. He whipped him into this corner from this corner. And I don't think I've ever seen that.
It might have been a mistake, and they just covered it up.
You know what? It was a mistake, but actually it was different, so I liked it. I mean, it's okay. It worked, but it was definitely different. I told you about that.
Yeah,
it's like,
I didn't catch that.
Just an odd
I didn't
thing.
catch that either.
All right, what was your...
No, that was it. As far as we're talking about, and it's coming up actually a little
You
bit
know you
more
have
in the
hair growing
future.
down your neck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
He's gonna do it all the way down his chest and do a handlebar.
Or just grow a beard right here.
Listen, I have a suggestion. We talked about growing his hair all the way down your nipples.
Yeah.
Well, I think the best thing is just to raise your nipples up.
Get implants.
All right.
I like the hot tag.
Yeah, the first series, like right after the first hot tag, and he came in with the series, that was really good. And then he got then he got cut off, and they started the second heat.
Right.
Yeah.
That was really good. I really enjoyed that. Like the whole tag to me, because it's like I'm really particular on tags and very, very judgmental, and this one, I thought it was set up really nicely. All four people involved did exactly what they were supposed to do, and everybody was where they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
I thought it flowed pretty flawlessly.
Yeah.
We have
really
four good guys in there that know what
Yeah.
they're doing. You know.
Yeah, I like the hot tag and the way it flowed into the finish. As well.
It did. There was something also that this is something that I tease. It's rarely seen that Randy Orton did it, where when you whip someone into the corner, it might have even been that mistake one. He actually ran in and took the boot. Randy Orton did.
Yeah.
And then he drop kicked him off the top, which was phenomenal as well. Do you remember that? I mean,
I
it was
remember
actually, I think, setting up for the hot tag.
Yeah.
Okay,
When he
yeah.
was sitting up there? Yeah.
When he took Del Rio out to the court. Yeah.
Which was really good. But when Randy Orton ran at him in the corner, he just didn't run. He ran at him like he was going to clothesline him, and he took the boot, which is like he's running in with purpose. And that's what everybody should do, because it's like, otherwise, why are you even running at him?
We've talked about this, and you brought that up before. People run in training.
You talk about this all the time.
Yeah, you're going there for a reason. You just don't run to take the move, because then it looks like you're setting yourself up for it.
Yeah. So it looked like he was going for a clothesline, and then Del Rio countered it with it was really, really well set up. I like that.
Yeah.
It really was?
Yeah.
It really was?
I yeah.
I like Randy Orton.
It was really good.
Getting a little man crush on Randy Orton.
Randy Orton's great.
He's good, man.
He's got it down.
Yeah, that was my favorite match of the night, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic tag. It had great psychology, great teamwork, great timing. Like everything
in the
flowed
heats, what
really
you were
good.
talking about earlier,
Yeah.
as far as on that, it went back and forth.
Yeah.
And they passed it back and forth real
Usually
nice.
they don't do two heats in a match, a tag match. Usually it just kind of goes. But this one, I was like, wow, they're cutting this one a little early. And then when they went into the second heat, I was like,
Well, they knew what they were doing.
And this is what I was talking about as far as there was a little bit of mixed martial arts. It's, the guys are throwing a little bit of that into wrestling now.
Yeah.
They blend it, and they still called it something else. So they had like a new move, but then it blended right into one of the old moves.
Well,
Are you talking about when he jumped up on his back with
Yeah,
the?
rear naked
Yeah,
choke, but it goes into
that was actually more of a classic sleeper hold, more of a wrestling kind of.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Ziggler uses that move. That's his kind of submission.
I don't see anything wrong with doing that, though, because UFC is so big.
I liked it.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
And a lot of guys are doing that these
Yeah,
days. Del Rio, I mean, right there, he was an MMA fighter.
I think it blends really well. I think it's
once
great.
WWE went to high definition into HD, they sent out a press release to all the workers saying, you must be able to, like, they don't want them to see them calling the moves or hear them calling them because the camera's right on them, and they also want everything to look better, so they're more into a little more contact. Now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I always think, I mean, that's how I work. I always think of, like, contact is always easier to sell things. It always looks better.
Always. Yeah. I mean, I've worked with people so light that you don't know what to do because you don't feel it.
Yeah, I hate that when you work with someone and I just want to pull away. Get off me. If you're not going to hold on to me, I'm going to just pull away from you.
You know who works like that? Jack Armstrong. Always good. But I'm getting in the ring with him. I never felt him. I didn't feel anything. It's like I was by myself, but it was a good match.
Yeah.
Then you get Terry Funk who works snug.
Yeah.
And it's still good, but you feel him.
Yeah.
And you don't complain about it because that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I like the contact.
Yeah.
But that's maybe because I come from an amateur background where I'm used to it.
You know, it just makes you work a little harder, you know, and feel it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I know the Shannon likes contact.
What kind of contact would that be?
The one you take for your cold.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
Right, we've got a lot of matches to get through.
No, we don't. We don't have that many at all. Let's go down there.
Another 4 more.
Daniel Bryan.
We got Daniel Bryan and Cody Rhodes, which
was a thrown together match.
Another one.
The psychologist. What's his name again?
Dr. Shelby.
Dr. Shelby set this match up.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish,
or he didn't set this match up, Booker T did, but he went to Booker T to request this match be set up.
Right. So just some guy who's a doctor, a quack, gets to do these things. It's fantastic, isn't it?
But also, I mean, I guess we could say that the doctor was sent to them by WWE, so maybe he's a WWE hired doctor, so maybe they're going to listen to his suggestions.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe they should take that, what you just said,
because they did do that.
Did they do that?
AJ made them go to. AJ forced them into their. This was on Raw, but yeah, they had to go to those anger management sessions. Right. They were sent by AJ, I believe it was.
And that would give the doctor some power to say,
exactly.
Yeah, to walk up and say,
I'm a WWE doctor. I can do that.
Yeah.
And he's not the WWE doctor. There were, Harold and those other people, but they were sent to him by WWE because they were dealing with anger issues.
Cody Rhodes, he has a Jim Carrey type of feel to him at times. He's got to be careful.
He's getting
What do you say that?
He's getting a little more charisma.
He is. He when he's acting serious, he's good. And every once in a while, he goes into Jim Carrey type of a mode and physicality about him. I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah. I was thinking, I'm trying to visualize what he does, and he does actually kind of do that.
It's just on certain times. Other times, he's fine. I can see where he's going to be blow it big, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. But, yeah, I guess this was a quick match, and then Kane came out and used his pyro to interrupt right as he's about to throw the no-lock on, and then Rhodes hits him with the crossroads, which, did you notice there were 3 matches that had the same finish?
No, I didn't.
And essentially the same. It was all someone distracting them to either hit a finish to a roll up.
Right,
there were 3 matches that had that.
Because
somebody turned their back and was yelling at the other person.
So wasn't one a retaliation from another match? Wasn't like a follow up to another match? So with Kane, for example, where someone distracted, so someone distracted.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Kane was distracted. Then Daniel Bryan was distracted, and then what was the later on? Cesaro gets distracted and gets rolled up.
That's what I mean.
So yeah, there were 3 matches with essentially the same finish, which I didn't. I mean, in my opinion, was the same finish, which I didn't really enjoy, but that was one of them.
Yeah. All right.
The next one, this one you're talking about all the other wrestlers around the ring.
No, that's the main event. Yeah. This next after.
Next we have Brodus Clay
and Slater.
Cheap plug.
And we also had once again we had Daniel Bryan and Kane in the back where they see them and they make the main event.
Hold on, say that again.
I said cheap plug. Brodus Clay, trained by Shannon Ballard.
Oh yeah.
And Shane. I usually give myself all the credit because I do all the work, but my brother was there.
Yeah, but just before that, we had the little bit with Daniel Bryan and Kane who saw Sandow and Cody Rhodes, and they went and they challenged them to the main event. So all that matches was to get to this point to make the main event. It took them a long time to get the main event.
Which is strange how they're just angry at somebody so they're able to make the main event. Yeah. It would be like me just going to an indie show and going, you know what, Rick? I'm really that comment that you said about me not knowing anything. I didn't like that. So tonight, me and you are going to be in the main event of this indie show. We don't even know the promoter or anything, but me and you are going to be the main event.
And we're halfway through the show, and they haven't made a main event yet, so we might as well do it because of course they haven't made a main event halfway through yet.
Yeah. No, they don't plan anything in advance.
No, it is silly.
We don't even know who's going to show up here today.
Yeah.
We picked Gary and Shannon off the street. Hey, you want to fill in?
Well, he was robbing me as You saved me, but then you said, hey, well, you guys want to come in and...
Yeah, we need a victim and a perpetrator. So.
Right.
So yeah, we had Clay versus Heath Slater, which again, right? I think they've wrestled a couple times.
Well, not only
last
that,
time
but
I was on this show,
they wrestled each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
but Heath Slater looks a lot like me.
Yeah.
I just don't like that.
Well, it was a short match.
I was at the gym.
Clay looks like
I was
you.
at the gym. No. Yeah. I was at the gym, and some guy came up to me, and he's like, man, I could have sworn I saw you on WWE because he knows I wrestle. I was like, oh, no. When was this? Did you? And was it like a long time ago? And he's like, no, last week, man. I could have sworn it was you. I know it wasn't, but dude looked just like you. And I was like, was his name Heath Slater? He's like, yeah, dog, yeah. And I was like,
you should have the same answer I do when they say I look like Hulk
punch him
Hogan.
in the face.
You say, I'm much better looking. People say, oh, you look just like Hulk Hogan. No, I don't. He's ugly.
They say you look like Hulk Hogan?
No, Billy
or
Graham.
Stone Cold, or Billy Graham, definitely.
I get all three. Billy Graham, Hulk Hogan, and Stone Cold.
Hulk Hogan, I don't see.
No, I don't either. But I get it.
Yeah.
My brother was once told he looked like me.
Well, when he's wearing a yellow headband at the gym and stuff. That's
well, yeah. He rolls up in his red and gold.
Yeah.
Real quick. Go ahead. Wait,
I was just going to talk about the match quickly.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Okay, so Slater versus Brodus. It wasn't really much of a match and then we had.
Now this is something again that made no sense. Why? I don't know if Brodus Clay has like back heat with these guys, but why would Mahal and McIntyre, who at one time was like a really big, they were really trying to do something with him, and then I guess there's some sort of falling out or there's something, I don't know if it was a backstage, something really happened where they kind of got rid of him because he's got like a really good look.
McIntyre? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he looks a lot older now. I don't know if you know that. He just doesn't look like he used to.
He's stressed out because he's not getting any work.
Yeah, probably. and then like, what is their purpose for coming out and attacking?
There should have been a backstage interview with them right after explaining why they did that. Yeah,
there was like no purpose for it. It's like unless they're going to form some sort of a faction,
which looks like they're going to.
Yeah, but who would even care about that?
Right, exactly.
What would the faction be like about? Like, I mean, the Four Horsemen, they were like the elite, the Four Horsemen. Like, there's a reason for a faction. Like,
three guys who are pissed off that they're not getting the push. I mean, that's a million guys who don't know that. But
Brodus Clay's not getting the like a bigger push than them, so they want to go on and attack him to steal his thunder.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would think.
I don't know why they would target him.
It is weird.
If I were gonna play,
I think they've all been beat by him. I think he's beat them all up, right? At some point, I think he's taken them all out.
They would have been better off they went into McDonald's and took out everybody.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would have been very simple. Have them do a quick interview at the end with Matt Stryker or whatever in the back, 30 seconds explaining why they did
it. Yeah, just to explain.
Maybe next week.
Yeah.
It's too late by then.
How about we only have a 17-minute opening and we give them a minute?
Yeah,
to do that,
and they can handle it. A minute would be plenty.
Rick could do plenty in a minute. I'm telling you.
That's why they call me Minute Man.
Rick gets undressed, does the deed, and gets dressed, and he's done. It's up 58 seconds.
You know what someone said to me once? Rick, can you do it in a minute? I said, give me a second.
Then we went on to we had Santino versus Antonio Cesaro again.
Axuna was looking really hot again. She's back on the hot meter.
I told him that. I said that, didn't I?
She looks great. She's just, I mean, all she is somewhere just to stare at and go, Antonio.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Don't leave me.
She can stare at me and just say, Rico.
But, yeah, I mean, this was what it was. It was, just set up for that moment of her to fall in the ring and try to grab the Cobra.
Now, here's something else. Where I'm gonna pick this apart a little bit is like one small little thing like that would cause like the breakup and him to be so angry. It would be something that like things were backfiring and things were going before you do something like that. I mean, obviously she's gonna do like a babyface turn, but it's like, is she a strong enough character? Nobody even really cares about her.
No, there was no build,
and it's like the women's division is I mean, it's tanking right now anyway. So what is there to build for? I mean, they need to build within the women's division and like, I mean, people that can really work like Natty Neidhart. I mean, she's just like enhancement.
Natalya can't work at all. I mean, she's just there to be on somebody's arm. So yeah, if you're going to remove her from his arm,
you mean Axuna?
Oksana, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, Natty, no, I'm sorry. Natty can completely work. Oksana.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, Natty. No.
Yes.
Excuse yourself.
Well, then again,
Oksana.
Maybe they're going to have her come out with Cesaro, but I mean, not Cesaro, but Santino.
Santino.
But why? Santino is over. He's over with the sock puppet bringing her out with him. Does nothing for him or his character. It's just gonna
She just brings
and if you're
extra
going to go
socks.
that way, why didn't Santino do something afterwards with the coat or helping her? Yeah, and there was no build to this at all. Like, you would think at least there'd be some like.
Right.
When they were going to split Macho Man and Elizabeth, him abusing her, being a jerk, and building up to that. They just pulled him apart.
It was a distraction theme once again. Just real quick, and it was thrown in.
Right. But it felt like they were at a meeting and just like, what are we going to do tonight? Let's split up Cesaro and Oksana. No build, no reason for it. Just like let's just do it.
And these are paid Hollywood writers.
Yeah.
Big money.
Yeah.
And they can't come up with a plan.
You see it in TV shows too, though. You see them. It's like, why did they just kill that storyline right now?
I never see that. I watch Lifetime for Women. I never see it.
You see it in a lot of shows.
And
remember Lost? Remember Lost? They built Lost up for so long, and then the writers did a strike.
Destroyed it.
They wanted to end it.
I literally watched it, and I did get lost watching it. I had no idea what was going on.
It was pretty.
No idea.
The end of Lost. They still owe me another season of Lost for that.
I
crap ending.
They were all dead on the plane flight, and they were all in.
No, they weren't dead. But
no, I think that's what I think.
Well, my favorite one was 24. I'm still waiting for 25.
Yeah, well, it won't be back. But there is a new fall, bunch of stuff coming up. The fall lineup is coming up. Yeah, on Fox.
Fall is my favorite season.
Yeah, what's coming on Fox? You have to do Fox? Are you doing Fox?
Yeah, did you like that segue?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes. you could see New Girl.
Is she Fox?
On Fox Tuesdays, starting September 25th. Which what's September 25th?
It's your birthday.
It is my birthday.
Yeah, which is actually I'm gonna today's the 23rd, so I'm gonna give like my early birthday wishes to you.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday!
You guys can hug off camera.
All right.
I had a cake. I had a cake here, but Marissa.
You have some Milky Ways over there, right?
I did. I brought some Milky Ways for your birthday. We're gonna put some candles in them.
Yeah.
But we are.
Ben and Kate is also. It was also called. Critics called that one of the this year's best new comedies. Ben and Kate. And you could also see the Mindy Project. All on Fox Tuesday nights.
I'll be there.
Starting at 8.
It's my time to sit down with my coffee and my ice water.
And your bogey.
And bogey.
Right.
And we watch TV.
And that would be a good thing to watch.
I'm going to watch it.
All right.
I promise you.
And then you can come do, I'm sure we can listen to AfterBuzz shows right afterwards if you tune in to AfterBuzz, I'm assuming.
Right.
I don't know.
I'll listen to all of them.
Yeah.
AfterBuzz TV.
Yeah.
AfterBuzz TV. Is it in your head yet?
Yeah, totally. I can't get it out.
All right.
Yeah, so
we had a main event after that.
Right.
So long.
Building up to all night. We've been building up to this thing. Daniel Bryan and Kane versus Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Now, before that, it's like I was really literally tempted to just fast forward through the all the I'm the tag team champions. No, because after a while, it's something like less is always more. And they're
I
just
wonder
like,
where we've heard that before.
Yeah.
The Rick says that, by the way.
The Rick?
Yes.
Okay.
That's new to you?
No.
He refers to him in the second person.
Yeah.
In the second person.
Yeah, in the second person.
Well, I am beside myself. It's me, and then there's the Rick.
You actually, when you get a plane ticket, you got to actually buy 2 tickets, one for you and one for the Rick.
I did. That's my imaginary friend.
And this is what I was talking about before, as well as not sticking to your rules in the world you create. Why were all those teams standing out there? There was no reason for it. It wasn't a lumberjack match. It wasn't. And they're just like, oh, these teams are here maybe to scout the competition. Who told them they can stand there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, isn't there a referee that's supposed to stop people from actually being out? I mean, like, ringside is supposed to be the participants of the match, the ref, the timekeeper, the ring announcer, and
the doctor.
And again, that 1 minute would have cleaned all that up.
Or somebody...
1 minute would have cleaned all that up if they came in arguing and fighting, saying,
or make it a lumberjack match or some reason, but there's no reason for them to all be out there. It just made no sense.
For a lumberjack match.
The only reason for them to be there is because they wanted for the end to feed all those guys in for the chair shots. That was the reason. You know, it was like writing a whole scene around one joke.
Right.
You know, like you'll see like bad movies where you could tell someone's like, oh, this joke would be funny. Let's write a whole scene. And you have this horrible thing that was all written around one moment that makes no sense leading up to that. That's what it was.
Dumb and Dumber. Not Dumb and Dumber, which is one of my favorites, but the sequel or the prequel was written all around the whole thing about how that girl actually had a twin, and they both were like, "Ew," the girl. That
I haven't seen the movie.
And on this one, it was written because of the ending.
Yeah,
they wanted them to be holding hands, the chairs, and they beat all them to death, and they worked backwards from that.
Right, absolutely.
And they said,
and so like, let's just put him out there.
Bring him out there.
But
you know what? That makes perfect sense. Yeah, but that's perfect sense.
That's exactly what they did. They wrote from backwards. But when you have to go by your rules, and when you follow those rules, it makes you have to creatively think of ways to get around. Instead of just being lazy and going, well, they're just down there. Yeah. I'm sure someone brought up in the meeting, they were like, who cares? It's just down there. They're writers, that aren't wrestlers there anymore. Yeah. You have to. If you don't pay attention to that, you lose all credibility to it, and then the fans stop paying attention to it. And
I long for the days when the people like Kevin Sullivan and Dusty Rhodes, they were calling the shots because they were workers, and they kind of were like, someone who was a worker would be like, I'm surprised Triple H probably didn't come. Well, he's not even part of SmackDown, is he?
Yeah, probably not. He's got a lot of other things going on.
Even if he's there, why are these guys even down here? I mean, did you guys give them a reason to be out here? It's like there has to be a reason for things. It's like it's a sporting competition, supposedly. These people are not allowed to be ringside. There's no they're not a special guest commentator. They're not. There's no reason for them to be there. But yet it just pans there and they're just standing there.
Yeah. If the Miami Dolphins are playing Denver on Monday Night Football, Tom Brady isn't allowed to just walk down to the sideline with the Patriots and scout their team.
True.
Be like, get out of here.
Yeah.
True.
There's security. There's a lot of things you have to get through.
Security and the referees have no authority anymore.
And I was even thinking things like that, simply why don't you have the guys then come and sit at ringside? Well, if we're not allowed down there, we'll go buy a ticket and we'll go sit down. Or, it was what I was saying about the rules too, is when you set those rules and you go by them, it makes you have to creatively come up with ways to get around that stuff as well, which makes it more interesting than just cheaply copying out and going, we'll just put them there.
Wasn't it for a long period of time wrestlers weren't supposed to go out and watch the matches? You know that, Shannon?
Yeah.
They stayed back in the dressing room?
Yeah, watch or watch it on the monitor.
Yeah, but you don't go out and mingle.
Yeah, you're trying,
And that was completely broke the rules. Silence.
Yeah, that uncomfortable moment of silence.
What did you? Other than that, what did you think of the match?
I thought it didn't need to be. It was one of those matches they were just tagging themselves in and out, very very predictable Kane, Daniel Bryan stuff, and then
they were just trying to get to the end.
Yeah, fantastic workers, but there was no reason for this match at all. The only reason for it was so that, and I got a good feeling when they were chair shotting everybody, and I could see me as a wrestler watching it. Whenever I'm able to change and watch something as a fan and get some sort of a feel from it, that's really good for me because you're taking, it's like I'm going out of my element for a moment and vicariously living through them, which is very hard for someone who's been doing this for 14 years to do. But at that moment, I actually was laughing and was oh cool,
everyone had a blast. I'm sure at the end working that was a lot of fun.
To get there, it
didn't make sense.
There's different roads to get to places, and this was one that was just
creatively
it was
lazy to me.
A road created there, which was should never have been.
Yeah. It was lazy writing. It was laziness to me. It was lazy writing in the writers' room.
And writers talk about that. They always say, don't get married to something when you're writing something because that can lock you in. And this is what happened. You got married to that moment. That was a blast.
We just want to get to that. Yeah, and they just went.
They needed to clean it up.
They didn't make any sense how to get there. Yeah, it was it was lazy. It was lazy.
We could have got the same feeling from that. Had maybe two guys just ran down and started yelling at him, and then came in, and then two more, and then something like that.
Up above.
Yeah,
instead of waiting around.
Right.
Yeah,
but there's still no reason for them to come down there.
No, you start catching like you're saying, you catch a glimpse of them during the match. And going, what's the yellow singlet?
Going? Bring the primetime players down because they are all pissed off from not getting.
That's right.
They built off that whole thing where on Monday night where Titus was pissed and had so much emotion. Well, have them come down. They say they're going to take shit.
Who did they beat? Who did they beat for the titles? I don't even know.
Kofi and Truth, and they weren't even there. Yeah.
they could have played the doctor thing, backstage with them and saying that they wanted to go down because this is bullcrap. Exactly what you're arguing about.
We can go on this forever, but we kind of need to wrap up. And,
I know.
Or else we're going to not have any time for old school.
No, thank you so much, Ryan.
Well, and we've been getting the signs that we need to wrap this up.
We get signs?
Yeah, I get them.
All right.
Hear the music. She had it
that's
already.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Marissa. Gary, where can we find you on the internet, and where are you going to be, and what are you doing?
I'm, like I said, just finished a project, and I'm back out there again. I just put my back onto the thing for the stunt world, saying I'm ready to shave the mohawk off and get cleaned up a little again. This restricted me on the look, but I was going to go hustle Sons of Anarchy and all that, see if I can get a little bang before I shave everything off.
Maybe you should take me with you.
Yeah.
We'll go as a team.
Yeah, we'll go right. It'll be fun.
You'd be great on that show. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yes. Ryan, how about you, buddy?
I have October 20th, Millennium Pro Wrestling in Simi Valley Boys and Girls Club, 7 o'clock. And then October 27th, the following week, Alpha Omega Wrestling in Palmdale up in a baseball stadium I have. And also, you can go to it's my first stadium show. Hopefully people show. That'll be great. And then you can also go to my YouTube channel. I just put a new match up there from the other week with Dungeon Championship Wrestling. So that's YouTube /Ryan Clum, RYANCLUM. So
awesome. And Mr. Ballard, my friend.
Let me see. I will be in Las Vegas this weekend.
That's right.
Remember, I will be carrying your award and your bags for you.
Yes.
And then I will hopefully be carrying 9 or 10 bags of free supplements. That's my goal. 5 giant bags per day.
Make sure that those bags contain Viagra and gel.
I'll just get them from your bag.
Will you be at the meat department?
Have that, yeah. And then on October 19th, I will be wrestling Chris Masters for Vendetta Pro Wrestling up in Ridgecrest, California. And I, too, will be at the Ballard Brothers make their return to Millennium Pro. We will be there
are you?
October 20th. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
You have to speak to Chris about coming on this show.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I could actually talk to him. I'll talk to John Morrison. I actually did a show with him this past night.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. And I will be in the... not the meat department tonight. I will be in the fish department because I need to lose a little weight because I just standing next to John Morrison this weekend. I feel really fat.
Well, that's why I didn't want to sit next to you. I thought you were a little fishy tonight.
Oh,
I didn't want to put up with that.
Is this thing on?
You can catch me, where at rickdrasin.com and rickscorner.com. You can catch me in Vegas this week at the World Gym Convention, signing my autographed World Gym T-shirt with the gorilla, and my friend. Feather Haddon will be in my booth with me. She's a fitness model, and she's going to be helping me out doing a lot of stuff down there. Also, I want to announce that World Gym has opened up a gym in Lewisville, Texas. A friend of mine, Bill Winschieff, just opened it up. It's 30,000 square feet, and World Gym's starting to expand, and it's one of those great gyms down in Texas. If you guys are in Lewisville, stop by, say hi, use my name, Ric Drasin. They'll give you a discount on your membership. How nice is that?
8 cents off.
You get 8 cents off and a free protein drink. Thank you for watching SmackDown After Show. Stay tuned now for Old School Wrestling so we can dissect the earlier years of a sport that I love so much.
Yes.
Golf.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.